Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. If this is a tough day for you, just know that, my thoughts, heart is with you today. I know it can be a tough day anytime, things like this are celebrated, whether it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, whether or not you've lost somebody, or struggling, anything like that, just know that my thoughts and prayers are with you. This morning, we are starting off with a lot of dense cloud cover across the area. You can see that right now from Charlotte, Kannapolis, Monroe. Sound familiar? We started the same way yesterday with areas of low cloud cover, some dense fog, and even some patchy drizzle. Haven't seen a lot of patchy drizzle this morning. Adina, thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. Of course, Roger probably didn't give me anything, but it's fine. But this morning is a little bit different than yesterday in the sense of the patchy drizzle was very, very, very isolated, and the humidity is actually a little bit more higher. So right now we have dew points in the mid to upper 60s, even close to 70 in Lancaster. So what does this mean in terms of the high humidity levels? Well, this is something that we typically see closer to the start of summer. So it is, I would say, a little bit earlier than normal, but not even just that. We have been so dry as of late in terms of the lower humidity that it's just a significant change. I think many people, kind of a shock to the system when you're opening the door. You definitely not a day you can open the windows, right, to feel better. And once you get into that 70-degree mark, really, we start to get into the oppressive category. That is definitely more typical for the early to middle part of summer. Even the pink shading you see here, miserable, is closer to 80 for a dew point. We don't really see that often. So typically dew points for us in the 70s heading throughout the summer. And this is especially noticeable in the morning. And the reason why is because the dew point temp and the air temperature are closer together. So one of my good friends, Morgan, was running the half marathon up at Lake Norman this weekend. And I was telling her, like, the number one thing, it's not even storms, it's not rain. It's just the fact that it's going to be so muggy. So just a good reminder to stay hydrated. Now, of course, those are our current dew points. Things are going to get a touch better in terms of the humidity levels heading through tomorrow. But first, I wanted to talk about today. We have a cold front rolling through the area as a backdoor front today. Good morning, Joy. And that is going to start to dry us out just a little bit, which is why rain chances today and tomorrow are relatively low. But we don't have a lot of driving forces over the next 2 days to really help with our chance for storms, which is why they're so much on the lower side, too. Typically we're tracking, a big cold front, something like that, and that will bring that driving force. And that's just not the case today. Again, widespread cloud cover to start off the day, but we will see sunshine mixing in by the afternoon. You can kind of see some of those dense clouds there from our satellite and radar product. Notice off to the north and west, there is some storm activity there, but that does look to stay mainly west of I-77 throughout the day. I mentioned this earlier in the newscast, and of course now I guess it's a little bit of a moot point since it's after 10 o'clock. Happy Mother's Day, Jesse, and thank you. Good morning from Rock Hill. In terms of, I guess, no one here, right, is watching this probably live stream happening from Davidson College. And if you are, pay attention to your graduate. Just kidding. But this forecast does, remain hour by hour for most of the Charlotte metro area. We're starting off mostly cloudy, eventually partly sunny conditions do return. Congratulations to all the graduates, this weekend. I know UNC Charlotte had theirs yesterday, Davidson today. My cousin graduates from Davidson today. I guess she would be wrapping up probably within the next hour or so. And so a nice little day, right, of celebration with those low end rain chances. We always like low rain chances when folks are going to be out and about. But it will be muggy, like just mentioned multiple times. Temperatures, of course, in the lower 80s. So it is another warm day. So multiple opportunities to get outside. You'll just want to stay hydrated and prepare for the warmth. So as we progress throughout the afternoon, around 3, 4 o'clock, again, some of those storms mainly west of I-77. I really think the drier air is helping kind of keep our eastern half a little bit clearer from the rain with that front moving through, whereas the western half is still going to see that chance for a few isolated storms. Jesse, congrats to your granddaughter graduating next week. We really aren't going to see a significant chance for rain really anywhere across our area today, but again, higher west of 77. We eventually do dry things out by the second half of the day. And then you will notice a few more clouds off and on heading into Monday, but it really does not look like we're seeing a significant opportunity for rain, especially compared to what we had earlier this week. The models have consistently trended drier, and based on the time frame of that front moving through, I do think that we'll see pretty spotty chances of rain throughout the day. But really for Monday, the best chance for a few storms stays up in the mountains and foothills where they had some flash flooding on Friday. So it's definitely that time of year where we really have to watch those dew points. The muggier the air, the more likely it is that the air can hold more water, so our downpours are a little bit higher. This is a change from what I told you yesterday. We've trended drier Monday, but a little bit stormier for Tuesday. And so Tuesday Tuesday is an afternoon and evening, primarily evening though, after even really sunset, that we'll be watching for a few opportunities for scattered storms, but some of these could become strong to severe. So notice the time frame here, 2-3 o'clock up in the mountains and foothills. Eventually this gets closer to the Charlotte area, the Piedmont, closer to 6 p.m. Notice a few storms rolling through the northern Piedmont as we get closer to the evening time frame, as many folks, are heading home from work, things like that. So please keep this in mind. We'll eventually see that boundary shift south of us as we approach 8 o'clock. But again, look at that. I mean, heavy rain at this time of day really is not necessarily typical for this time of year. And I don't think everyone will be completely dry really until closer to about 10 or 11 p.m. So it's not going to storm all day. It's just that these storms are going to be heavy and widespread when they do come in, and there is a chance that some of them could become strong to even severe before we eventually do dry out heading throughout the day on Wednesday. So let's talk dew point and the muggy meter, because this is the best measure of, the dry air versus the humid air here in the Queen City. Notice here, all right, I'm gonna wait for it to populate. There you go. See, we're in the humid category today, and see how it plummets heading into Monday. That's that drier air mixing in temporarily on Monday. And then notice how it skyrockets even into the higher levels on Tuesday compared to even today. That's with that storm system coming in. So again, more warmth, more moisture. The storms can become heavier in terms of rainfall just because of that moisture in the atmosphere. And then notice we drop again heading through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can see a few spikes into the comfy versus refreshing, but that's not necessarily something that you're going to notice a significant change. It's really the green versus the blue at this point, especially as we get closer to summer. So I know that was a lot. And of course, you may be just catching this here and there. So I'll give you a quick summary of the 7-day forecast. Warm and humid today. Few showers and storms, very limited rainfall, mainly west of 77. I've dropped our rain chances for Monday, and we do see a little bit of sunshine, so I bumped our high temperatures to the upper 70s. Tuesday will be more humid again, as we will see a few strong thunderstorms late in the day, primarily late afternoon, early evening. Driest day of the week, humidity wise and rain wise, is Wednesday for Charlotte FC as well as the Charlotte Knights, both at home. We'll still be relatively comfortable and dry on Thursday, but we see a low rain chance south of the Charlotte area. And then we do ramp back up that humidity ever so slowly for late Friday and into Saturday. But we will see the return eventually of some scattered storms, as it's just that time of the year. But every single day, other than Monday and Thursday, I think will be at or higher than normal for this time of year. So plenty of warmth for the upcoming week. I hope you have a safe, happy, and healthy Sunday ahead. Again, Mother's Day for those who will be celebrating. I hope you have a great one. For those who it's a hard day, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Marcus, golf tournament on Wednesday. There you go. Perfect weather for it. With any changes, of course, on the forecast, it is kind of unsettled, which when we get into this unsettled pattern, the forecast does get a little bit more challenging. Please just stay tuned, stay updated with the WCNC Charlotte weather app, and you can watch our team throughout the week for updates as well on TV and streaming on our social media platforms. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there and stay hydrated. Bye, everybody.